no matter the location. From O-A-K-L-A to L-V, I'm a Raider.
Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. This is a mailbag that was filmed on Tuesday. If you are looking to get your questions featured on the show, all you got to do is subscribe and join us for our live shows every single Tuesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 p.m. Pacific. The link is down there below. And if you are already subbed, hey, let's get this channel growing even quicker. I'm trying to get to 57,000 subscribers by Sunday. First question coming in is from Oak Boy with a lot of dollar signs. Well, Trent Brown and Nick whatever his last name is play. Well, I gave it 2 chalky heads on my News and Rumors show, and for Kwiatkoski and Brown, Jon Gruden is hopeful that they end up playing. Kwiatkoski's dealing with a pec injury. Trent Brown's been dealing with calf injuries. Gruden had the all-time Gruden quote this earlier in the week where he said, Kwiatkoski and Trent Brown are like the beef and potatoes to the Raiders stew. Not 100% sure what that means, but from what I know, if you're going to make stew, beef and potatoes is very important. And yes, with Kwiatkoski, he was the guy that was supposed to wear the green dot. That's basically like the quarterback on defense. And the limited time that we saw him play in week 1, he was absolutely great. But 2 chalky heads means this. It means people are talking. It means it's a 50-50 chance. So hopefully he can end up playing. All right, next question. I was going to read it as like, my name is Jeff, but it looks like my name is Hefe67. How many Chucky heads on Bryan Edwards and Ruggs playing against the Bills? So, for those of you that don't know what he's talking about, Chucky heads is this. So, I always break down Chucky heads on my Rumors and News shows. Basically, if I say something's 4 Chucky heads, believe it, baby. It means it's 100% going to happen. 3 Chucky heads means 75%. 2 Chucky heads is 50%. 1 Chucky head, 25%. 0 Chucky heads means the rumor, news, it's not going to happen. So is Henry Ruggs playing week 4? I'm going to give this one 2 chalky heads. I think it's a coin flip. I personally thought that he was going to end up playing last week, but the knee, the hamstring, wasn't ready for him to be able to rock and roll and go. Gruden is concerned about him. Gruden's also concerned about Bryan Edwards, who was spotted in a walking boot. So do you get the 4 chalky heads here? He was in a walking boot. Yes, it was confirmed. 4 chalky heads, believe it, baby. The fact that we could be without both of our young rookie receivers is definitely concerning. So we talked about Edwards, Ruggs, Trent Brown, and Kwiatkoski. There's a lot of injuries going on right now, right? Out of all those injuries, which one concerns y'all the most? If it's Trent Brown, type TB. If it's Nick, type NK. If it's Henry Ruggs, give me an HR in the comments. If it's Bryan Edwards, type BE. You know what? I'm going to make this the pinned comment on today's video. Let me know out of all these injuries, which one concerns you the most. Carlos Ramirez, what up? Do you think that the Raiders will make the playoffs? As of right now, they are 2-1. If you can go 9-7, I have no concerns about the Chargers, and I have no concerns about the Broncos. Right now, the AFC is I think there's a lot of teams that could fit in there. If you beat the Browns, I'm going to say yes. And at that 7 seed, I think the Raiders do get in. All right, y'all, continue to use hashtag Raiders or Super Chat. Got almost 2,000 people watching live right now. Devin, what up, my man? How many catches do you see Darren Waller haul in this week? Hopefully it's more than last week. Let's go with 6 catches. Darren needs to be a bigger, I think, threat in the game plan. Needs to be a lot more involved. So for John, they got to get him more involved. I'm going to go 6 catches. If y'all want to get your predictions on how many catches for Waller this week, let me know in the comment section. Let's go to Hockey Uncle. Will you chug a beer if the Bills lose? If the Bills lose and picking them to win. If the Bills lose, yes, I will be chugging a lot, and I mean a lot of beers on my watch party. Make sure you're tuning in. Raiders vs. Bills watch party. That's going to start about 10 minutes before kickoff. Hockey Uncle, if you think that the Raiders are going to beat the Bills, go to BetUS, so chatsports.com/Raiders, and put your money where your mouth is. So right now, the over-under this one, 52. I'm betting the over. The Raiders are 3-point underdogs. If you think that they are going to beat the Bills, go to chatsports.com/Raiders and use promo code Raiders125 for the best deposit bonus that there is. What does it mean exactly? If you put down $100, so if you deposit $100 at BetUS, you also get $125 for free. And don't tell anyone. My bosses might get mad at me for this. But if you do this and you do it in like the next few hours, I might be able to hook you up with a free Raiders jersey. But don't tell anyone. Go to chatsports.com/Raiders. All right, got a super chat coming in here from Chili Man 213. ET phone home. Earl Thomas, we need a major spark. The defense, Earl can do that instantly. The panic mode right now is definitely there for the Raiders. And Chili, I'm with you. I gave actually calling Earl Thomas for Chucky Heads because I'm in agreement. You need to do something on defense because what you're doing right now isn't working. Either you mix some things up, potentially put LaMarcus Joyner back at safety, but having Eric Harris back there, that's not going to cut it anymore. So, Chili, yeah, I'm in agreement. You got to at least pick up the phone and call ET. Joshua Hughes, what up, my man? Do you think that we get Wade Phillips by week 6 and get rid of Paul Guenther? Do I think that firing Paul Guenther by week 6 is a realistic possibility? I do, because if the Raiders go into the bye 2-3 and the defense is giving up over 30 points, yeah, there's going to be a lot of people calling for Paul Guenther's head because they've been calling for his head for about 2-3 years now. However, Wade Phillips isn't the answer. They're going to go to Rod Marinelli because Buckner last year did a pretty good job of the defensive line. Jon Gruden brought in Rod Marinelli, a player or a coach that he knew he had a lot of confidence in, a coach that he worked with back in 2002 when they won the Super Bowl. Marinelli is a guy that Gruden believes in. He would be the new defensive coordinator if and maybe when Paul Guenther is fired. Nathan, what up, my man? When will we see Akiem Robertson? Well, he's going to be on the active roster this week. So last week he was inactive for whatever reason. I have no idea. But this week he will be active with the news of Damon Arnette. Also remember that they shipped away, I shouldn't say shipped, the New York Giants got Madre Harper off the Raiders practice squad. They were willing to pay him a little bit more. So yes, you will see Akiem Robertson at least suited up and on the active roster. Will we see more playing time out of him? I don't know what the Raiders are looking at, but I sure hope so. For a player that looked as good as what he did in training camp, fingers are crossed. Let's go to, I'm just going to say Shady. Do you think more than 75 yards for Jacobs against a poor Buffalo run defense? Well, you know what, Shady? You can actually go to chatsports.com/Raiders, and when you go there, use promo code Raiders125 where you can bet on the over-under for Josh Jacobs rushing yards. So go check it out. I'm not going to tell you what the over-under is, but that 75, you're going to like it a lot. Chatsports.com/Raiders. You can bet on player props like Josh Jacobs rushing yards, like Derek Carr passing yards. Do all that at our sponsor, and if you want to know a little extra something, when you go support our sponsors, it helps me out a lot. It helps me be able to keep the show for free. Chatsports.com/Raiders is how you do it. Let's go to Jacob_Ortega YT. How much should Zay Jones and Nelson Aguilar be involved in the offense? The real question here is, how healthy are Henry Ruggs and Bryan Edwards? Because if those two guys are 100% healthy, I'd rather have them out on the field a lot more than Aguilar and Zay Jones. If they aren't healthy, get them out on the field. You got to have somebody, right? But if you would ask me who I have more confidence in, I would say right now that Aguilar has outplayed Zay Jones. So shout out to some of the people that just gave me a follow on Instagram. If you want a shout out on any of the shows, if you ever just want to talk Raiders or, chit chat, I also do IG Lives. Hit me up on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365. If I missed your question on today's live show, blame producer Dylan. You can yell at him at D_tip on Instagram. Or you can just hit me up on Instagram at Mitchell Renz 365. I'll answer the question. So shout out to Robum00, GoodyGood5150, and actually a pretty good follow on IG himself, Raiders worldwide. Appreciate the follow, y'all. All right, let's get back into some of these questions here. Sniper Ninja. What is a Sniper Ninja? If Derek Carr plays amazing and the Raiders make it to the playoffs, will Carr be an MVP candidate? No. And the reason why Derek's just not going to be an MVP candidate, he's not going to put up the numbers. I mean, think about it. Russell Wilson's got 14 touchdowns, 1 interceptions. They're 3-0. Patrick Mahomes, he's going to put up ridiculous numbers. Josh Allen's putting up ridiculous numbers. This offense is not built for Derek to put up crazy numbers. So for that reason, he won't be an MVP candidate. And for Derek, you shouldn't be worried about just getting the MVP. You should be worried about keeping your job. Because I get that he's got 6 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's got a career-high completion percentage. But watch the game. It is a dink and dunk type of offense. And I'm not saying it's Derek's fault. But if you want to be put in MVP conversation, you got to put up stats. And that's not what's happening right now. Let's go to Fam Illy. What injury will affect us the worst? I would say if Henry Ruggs on offense, because without him, our offense was not able to stretch the field. And I like the way that the Raiders were able to use Ruggs all over the football field. You could really see how much it confused Carolina in week 1. I would say the Ruggs injury in week 1, or Ruggs injury on offense and on defense, If Kwiatkoski is unable to go, not having your quarterback there on defense, that one's probably it. All right, y'all. Type H if you want the Raiders to heal. The amount of questions I've had around injuries, I think we can all agree on one thing. We don't always agree on everything we talk about here. That's okay. We can all agree on this. The Raiders need to heal on offense, on defense. So I see Devin's typing H. Juice Head H. Chris the Epic Raider Nation, Poison Clan, Dark Dreams, Peter. A lot of people typing H. I want every single person right now to spam H for heal. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.